99% of them have been expiring due. So we do get these bikes out and running.
Really?
1905, sorry about the mess I was cleaning up this week.
No worries.
1905, here's my oldest bike.
Jeez. It runs and everything?
Yes.
Wow.
You said 1905?
Yes.
Where did you find this?
Jerry found out in the desert, him and his dad, right there. Jerry's my dear friend. He's 83 years old. He'll be 84. Sure.
Still alive, huh?
Yep.
Wow,
Our
man.
other friend's 94 is still with us.
This is amazing.
Jerry and I, a couple weeks ago, we did over 200 miles together, him and his other friend that's 83. And we're getting ready to go for a ride this weekend. Spent a couple hundred miles on Saturday. I think he's riding his 39 Indian 4.
Wow.
I haven't decided. I'm bidding on a car from him.
Well, if you're gonna if you're gonna do it big, right? You know?
We enjoy it. I mean, it's just one of those things. I built the museum, and my friend Jerry said, "What do you want?" I said, "What do you want to bring me?" He brought me over 50 bikes.
Wow.
So we each got over 50 bikes in here, and I got about maybe 15 on loan.
How long have you been here?
4.5 years.
Yeah, I live here, but I've not yet come in yet, so.
Wow. You got a lot of bikers that come in here and just want to check it out and are just blown away by this stuff?
They never expected.
Never expected.
Never expected.
Yeah, I knew you had some old ones in here, but I had no idea.
Jeez. I just can't believe how good a shape that is. I mean, that's like the day it was
That's
made.
restored. Now, these here are original paint, which makes them more valuable. Behind you here, we have a 1929 Super X. They only made 15 of these factory hill climb bikes. They kept 2 of them for their factory racers. The other 13 bikes got sold. Gene Ryan, and there's a picture on their side, rode this to championship in 1930. It's a 1929 Super X.
Holy cow, dude.
So that's one of 15.
That's one of 15 bikes in the world. Wow.
You know, at one time, we had 250 manufacturers in the United States.
How many are there today?
In the United States?
Yeah.
Couple. I mean, there's a lot of small guys that are building choppers still, but
See, I got a Harley Sportster 2001 and all that, and I know that Harley Davidson now is everything's built there, but it's assembled here, so they call it assembled in America.
Sure.
You know.
check out the gas-powered pogo stick. Jerry's dad designed it, and then Chance Industry over on West Street. Their cousins built them. They sold over 5,000 of them. They was on the Tonight Show demonstrating them.
Wow, I'll have to Google that.
So how does that work? It makes you jump higher?
When you jump down, it sends a spark that ignites your fuel and sends you up like a rocket.
Wow.
What's going on in this picture? Just pulling teeth?
Yeah, that's the dentist office there.
Holy cow, man. He's holding his head back with a towel, Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. You ready? Here we go.
They have a shot of whiskey here first.
That or cocaine. They use cocaine in the dental.
Something.
Holy, wow. Lots of Indians, huh?
We have quite a few Indians, yes.
Can you imagine doing 50 miles an hour on this thing?
How fast do they go?
That's top speed is 50. That one's 45. This was the first motorcycle to climb Pikes Peak.
Mm-hmm.
The specific motorcycle has made the trip 4 times. Wow. Purchased in Wichita, Kansas in 1959 for $50. Wow. Whose leathers were these?
You know, I bought them off of eBay when I was drag racing just because I didn't have any leathers and they didn't fit me.
So you hung them up?
His name's Buzz.
Wow, man.
And you can go to our Facebook page too, and you'll see This Week with Jerry Ottaway, and I take my phone and I do a video of a different bike.
Oh, I got to do that.
Jerry's just amazing.
So, what's your Facebook page?
Twisted Oz. Now, did you grow up around here, ma'am?
Yes, I did.
Did you? You've heard of Joyland Amusement Park.
Oh, yeah.
Jerry.
Not a ways, yeah.
Jerry Ottaway and his father. So this is Jerry here. So him and Herb's collection is in here. Yeah. Tomorrow, that KPTS, is it? The Channel 8 station? They're coming over to do a write-up, that video thing. So Jerry and Paul's going to be down here with me, and yeah, be some good local.
Do you get a lot of people coming through from everywhere?
We do. This weekend, we probably had at least 50 come through this weekend.
That's
A lot of
cool.
out-of-state people.
You know, I was going to a funeral in Wamega, Kansas, and she's been my friend for quite some time. So I came down here and I was going to bring my Harley and all that stuff, but it became a hassle, and I was like, I won't. But this is filling my need right here. Just seeing this is just unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, old school Harley guys are just going to drool over this.
I grew up in a Harley family, but I ride anything.
Me too.
2 wheels and a motor, that's all the
Me too. Matter of fact, I think the Harley lifestyle is a little ridiculous,
It depends. I mean, everybody takes it to a different level.
Put on your black leather pants or your black shirt and, I'm like, okay.
I grew up in a Harley family, so.
Me too.
But it was back when there was true riders.
So you restored all these yourself?
Now, Jerry, no, those are unrestored bikes there. They've never been touched.
Never been touched.
Still real wonderful.
And where does this gentleman, he lives in town here?
In Wichita. He's here every weekend with me. Matter of fact, this Wednesday we're going down to Grove because he bought another bike down there. That 83 is not that bike.
Yeah, he's
Like me,
in his blood, huh?
the only motorcycle you need is the next one.
Right. Yeah, well, for these bikes to still be running, they had to be loved and not passed around too much.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, were they in,
You can take any of them and bring them back to life. That's what's nice about them. I mean, it's like cars, you can work on them. Now the cars.
Right,
I don't know
oh
what
yeah,
I can do.
yeah.
You gotta take them to a freaking dealership so they can change the oil. And all the spark plug, I mean, it's technology. They get it at the point.
Computers. World War II, 500cc, manufactured in Italy. Holy cow, man. Look at this, Teresa. They got handlebars on the back so the passenger can hold on.
Oh, I needed them.
1 cylinder. Wow.
John Deere.
So what were you doing today?
I didn't read the sign.
I'm painting.
You're painting? Sold new for $285 in Ohio. V-twin, 1,000 cc's. Wow. Got any other good stories on any of these bikes?
Well, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Tons, I bet.
Where my best stuff over here. 1914, 106-year-old motorcycle. 2016, I rode this from Atlantic City, New Jersey to Carlsbad, California. No transmission. Go.
Holy moly.
This is my clutch. Open my exhaust valves here.
Holy cow, man.
Excelsior, Super X, and Henderson was all owned by Swing Bicycle up till 1931. So this was part of the Swing family. You see Dorothy's legs here?
Mm-hmm.
And the red slippers?
Uh-huh. That's right. There you go. The red slippers.
This is the original X up here for Excelsior, but we're twisted offs. Behind
Custom light?
Yeah, my headlight fell off. I actually had high and a low beam.
Wow.
And I just had this in Arkansas 2 weeks ago, riding it down there. Rode it for a full day down there in Arkansas. It was some
Rode it
friends.
from here to there, and
No, I hauled them.
Hauled
Just like this week we'll haul
but you
them.
said you in 2016 you rode it from New Jersey to California.
Yes, Atlantic City, New Jersey to Carlsbad, California.
Wow.
The only Henderson trike in the world.
What do people, when you're cruising down the highway, they gotta be just like breaking their necks looking at you?
Yeah, and we do mainly back roads. Now this is a Valentine diner here. These diners was built in Wichita up till about 1972, delivered all over the United States. The picture above the refrigerator in there is us lighting up on Daytona Beach, heading to Tacoma, Washington. That was the 14 race. I was on my 27 Henderson over here. You'll get to hear it in a minute. Up above, Cyclone. That's one of 12 Cyclone board trackers that exist. The Harley's a brand new Harley in the crate. I had one like it in high school. Come on around this way. This is our winter project. I've had some problems the last couple of years. I got them taken care of. Show that right there. Get your PSA level checked. Nobody wants to go through it. Come over here. You have the Indian 6. Okay. This is the first Indian 6 ever built. There's only 3 in the world. There's 2 originals, and then there was a copy built last year by an attorney. Herb Ottaway built this, made his own crankshaft, camshaft, everything. It is a totally custom bike. He used Harley fenders for the Harley front end to hold it up. Used the distributors out of a forklift. What we're going to do, we're going to prime it a couple of kicks, and then we're going to fire this baby up. Chokes off. Ignition on. I'm going to retard it here, your spark. And then I'm going to start. Jerry wants me to take this one this weekend and ride it on our little ride. I don't know if I will or not.
They all need to be run sometime, somehow, right?
We get them out and we ride them. Like I say, we do what's supposed to be happening to.
Which helps, you know, because they just sit there. What happens, you
I'm
know?
gonna rush it through a little bit so I can get
Okay,
all my
that's
paint
no
and
worries,
stuff.
no
So
worries.
I'm gonna hit my highlights with you, and then
Please do.
It's gonna give you encouragement to come back and see
Okay,
Teresa.
okay.
2018, 1927 Indian. This is my Cannonball bike. I've done the Cannonball 4 times. Okay, this is coast to coast racing. Left here at the museum, and I rode this to Portland, Maine by myself. Met up with 106 of my friends. We raced to Portland, Oregon. I rode it home. So in 33 days, I did over 7,300 miles
On this bike.
on this bike.
No fairing, none of that.
Oh.
This guy's real. Exactly.
I had this about a month ago. There was 10 of us got together in Colorado. I rode this for a couple days out in Colorado, some Jeep hills and mountains that, you know, most people would just cry if they took their Gold Wing or their Harley up it, and we're climbing them with our old bikes. This one here, another neat point here. The stickers on the windshield. Last year I was there on this bike, 2.5 months in Europe. We was on June the 6th, we was on Utah Beach. Took it all the way to Bulgaria. We flew them over to England. We picked them up from the guy that shipped them for us, ferried down to France, took off from there. 2.5 months, 8,000 miles, 11 countries.
Wow.
I ended up 4 days in a Hungarian hospital because 2 months before that's when I had my prostate removed.
You're leaking
Should have
oil.
waited just a little bit longer. I know that now.
You're leaking
Yeah.
oil.
Hey, that means their service.
That's
is ready
right.
to go.
That's right.
Okay, back here real quick. Come on back here. You can scan as you're going.
Wow, man.
This is a little papoose. Jerry was riding it yesterday. This was built for a 9-year-old kid for Christmas. And behind you here is the sidecar that goes with it. We took it off, but we had this bike running and riding Saturday.
Can I go in here real quick?
On the other lift is a 1939 Indian 4. We're just trying to get the charging system fixed on it. 38, 39 is about your most famous Indian 4s. They're all good bikes, but that's the desirable ones.
Huh.
And that's our local painter that painted that one for me to make it look the way it does. We don't work on anybody else's bikes here, we work on our own stuff. Okay, another good highlight for you here. This is the rarest bike we have in here. This is a 1914 Wood. I told you we had 250 manufacturers. The only one in the world sits right here. And it does run. 1914. Him and his wife took it from St. Augustine, or from Denver to St. Augustine, Florida. In between 15 and 16, he put a seat back here on the rear fender for her. Had a lot of mechanical problems. I'm assuming they sent him home on the train. Couldn't get any financial backing. Henry Ford killed a lot of the motorcycles with a cheap automobile. His wife ended up divorcing. That was the end of the bike. Check out this, how much he rode that motorcycle to wear that cast aluminum.
Oh, man.
This is my boss in high school. He was a big part of my life in the window there at this gas station here. I worked for him at the gas station, so when I built the gas station here, Wayne's got to be there.
Yeah.
We lost him probably close to 20 years ago, but big part of my life.
And what is your name? What is your name?
My name's Kelly Maudlin.
Kelly Moss. Nice to meet you.
You like
I'm
freaky?
Teresa Fry.
You like freaky things?
Mhm.
Check this dude out. He's checking you out. In the 20s and 30s, they put glass eyeballs in the mannequins. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's neat.
Alrighty, on up the line here. This is sort of like your Rolls Royce of motorcycles. Right through here's your 4 cylinders. This is the one in the picture there above the refrigerator. I rode this bike from Daytona Beach, Florida to Tacoma, Washington. I actually crashed it in Georgia. Never been knocked out in my life. When I came to, fire truck, ambulance, highway patrol was there. They're talking about this helicopter. I thought, no, you ain't gonna have a helicopter. So I signed off the ambulance, signed off the highway patrol, got back on my bike with 4 broken ribs, did 150 miles that day and finished in Tacoma. So I didn't want us to think this Kansas boy's a bunch of sissies, so we had to suck it up.
This is a real man right here. You got everybody should take note.
1929 Indian over here and the Super X. This is a picture of Herb Ottaway. Okay, this is Jerry's dad. At 18 years old, he won the championship on this red Indian in Oklahoma. 2 years ago now, we had it out back here on Thunder Road and was cruising it up down Thunder Road. So we took it down to the Oklahoma Mile, and it was a good display bike down there. This one here is a Hoffman. I'm gonna catch my wife real quick.
Thunder Road's
Yes, babe.
I told you a lot about it, just like to go down. It's
Thunder Road,
It's
yeah.
real curvy,
Okay.
about 40, 45 miles an hour.
I got some-
Most
Boy,
of the way.
you're lucky we came in here. Because like you said, this might get me back here with my bike.
I knew you'd always like it.
If I can hook up with these guys and go for a ride with them, that
Kevin
would
never
be
comes visit, I'll
epic.
take him there. Huh?
If I could get to hook up with these guys and go ride with them with these motorcycles, it would be so fucking epic. I mean, dude, these are like riding, pedal bikes with motors on it that go super fast.
She's Elliot. She's Elliot.
I mean, it's a chopper.
The restroom is part of the tour. You're gonna want to check it out.
Okay, thank you.
So. Alrighty. Sounds good.
Oh. A monkey in the toilet. Don't get scared. Look, there's a tire for the sink.
Uh-huh.
Monkey's got glass eyes.
Well, that's pretty neat. That's handmade.
A real rubber tire for a sink.
Those are Indian wrenches for our handles there.
For the handles are Indian wrenches.
You go up, you'll see the Indian script on them.
Yep.
And that tire's off of a 1950 panhead. And we went to Wichita to the restaurant supply store, and that's a big salad bowl that perfectly in that tire.
So if I ever came back here with my motorcycles, could I hook up with you guys and go for, you know, if you're riding around town and stuff like that?
We don't, I mean, weekends I'm stuck here. That's my thing. I mean, if not, I'm working on my rental property. We lost my friend here, Turk, about 3 months ago. Great guy, 83 years old, a mechanical genius. This dude, he would make parts for my 1914 motorcycles. Nobody else would touch it. He's looking at it saying, no problem.
Right.
No problem. I tell you what, I'm gonna let you cover this as I'm turning off lights. We'll hit next door real quick, and then I gotta hit the road.
Okay, gotcha, buddy.
I don't want to rush you.
No, I just appreciate your time doing this for me. I really do.
Would you like a t-shirt or anything before we head out?
I think I would.
Okay.
Scooters, a Vespa.
We'll get your mouth water and then make it come back.
You already did. You already did. My God. Huh.
And when you come in, I didn't know if you caught it or not. This is our security guard. The reason I'm pointing her out is I'm going to point another one out to you here in a little bit. So this here, see how she says above a room. She was in all the old magazines. And as a little boy, you're thinking, man, she's hot. But it's a 1/4 inch steel. All of my gates, all of my window art is 1/4 inch steel. Justin paints for me, and Johnny Hogan cuts them out for me here locally. So it shows off our local artist.
Is this an original art man?
That's pretty
No, that's my friend Justin. He's my local painter that helps me out. David Mann was from Kansas City.
David Mann, that's what it was. He was from where?
Kansas City.
He was.
Yep, he was a Kansas boy. All right, well, we'll go.
T-shirt. GoPro turn off.
This is one of our new ones here. This one here I got. All right. The reason I was showing my my door guard over there, this is our security guard here.
Oh, cool.
And that's a 1/4 inch plate of steel too. Justin paints for me and Johnny cuts them for me.
They have a lot of residential business for people out rural that need mates and stuff.
Johnny, he just does a little bit of everything.
I think he'd be selling those all over the place.
Make us some more.
Holy cow, man.
Do you ever use the laundromat down here?
I have in the past.
That's my laundromat.
Oh, okay.
And
It's very nice.
And Fee, that manages it, she does most of the murals in here for me. Now, Jimmy Litton did this. I don't know if you know Jimmy or not, but he did Dorothy here for me. But then Fee did all the rest of them, which is album covers that I checked
Johnny
out.
Cash.
And painted.
Okay, wonderful. Wow.
The knucklehead next door, the chopper. This is my friend's too that we just lost, and this is a 36 slightly modified with a blower on it. This is the only bike in here that does not run. 1970 through 1920, I can't really narrow it down. AJS, which is an English bike. I bought that in West Virginia a couple years ago. The Morgan here, they started building Morgans in 1909. They quit building them in 1950s, and they went to Morgan sports cars. In 2011, they started building them again. This is actually a 2017 Morgan. They still make them today in England, and you can get them shipped over.
Wow. So that's a motorcycle engine,
It's a
Teresa.
2000 cc X-Wedge from S&S with a Mazda 5-speed. My grandkids really like that. 1939 Scout. That's just an old chopper I did years ago. I rode it to Kansas City and back one time, and that was enough.
That was enough?
The paint's done by Jeff.
Oh my gosh.
Juice. I don't know if you ever heard of him here in town.
Uh-uh.
Great guy. And he raises his daughter by himself.
Oh.
That says a lot about him.
Yes,
right
it
there.
sure does.
Suicide Cobra shift.
So instead of paying some corporate or anybody else, I like to hire people like that.
Bet.
Yes.
That they
Bet.
prove themselves. These doors here came out of a mansion in Kansas City. I got them from my friend Jimmy. The two cars up there are Joyland cars above.
Yeah.
Now this bathroom's not as cool, but you're more welcome to.
I just want to check out the door.
It's the padded room that people think I belong in. Oh,
Me.
And I'm not a wallpaper reader, but it turned out okay.
Oh man.
This doctor's table here, I don't know if I was born on or not, but I guarantee you I got a lot of penicillin shots and sulfur pills. That's what we grew up on. So,
Holy cow. Okay. What do we got here?
this is a 1901 Torito Steam Car. And it does run a drive. We had a car show here a few years ago. We fired it up. We was giving rides. One bath of coals, 2 tanks of water, ran all day long, run about 30, 35 miles an hour.